Hello and welcome to Angel of Misery. I'm Angel, and tonight I would like to tell you a story. It's a story about my mental health and my mental health journey. And I've been thinking about making this video for a long time now, and I've rewritten it a lot because talking about yourself is awkward and weird. Um, I keep having the thought of how do I explain the last 40 years of my life and why my brain works the way it does. Um, but I think it's important. I think everybody's mental health journey is important because a lot of people see someone with a mental health diagnosis and they see the diagnosis first. They see the label or the letters or however you would like to word it. Um, they don't always see the person. Nobody saw when I was a little kid struggling before I even had the words to explain what was happening. People didn't see the years of feeling misunderstood. They didn't see the times that I needed support and didn't get it from the people who were supposed to be there. I grew up experiencing things that affected me deeply, including neglect from the people who should have protected and cared for me. Um, there were a lot of times I felt alone. There were times like I felt I had to figure things out on my own when I shouldn't have to. And I think a lot of people don't realize how much those things can follow you into adulthood. For years, I wondered what was wrong with me and why I felt everything so intensely and why certain things affected me so much and why my brain is constantly in fight or flight and running a million miles a minute. And you know the old saying, having 47 tabs open, you don't know where the music is coming from? That's me. But over time, I started learning that I wasn't too sensitive or too emotional. There were reasons behind the way that I thought and I feel. I have been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, meaning I have more than one personality, which is interesting, and it's nice to finally have a diagnosis for that. I didn't really understand it at all. Um, Borderline personality disorder comes from abuse and neglect when people are young. I've been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, but not the cool kind. I don't get the cool kind where you clean and stuff like that. I get the racing thoughts and everything has to be in order, count things, and it's quite annoying, um, which makes sense since it's an anxiety disorder. Um, I have major depression, and I also have schizoaffective disorder. I know that these can sound scary, but behind those big words, it's just me, a person, someone who loves to play video games, someone who loves to listen to music, someone who cares about other people, someone who has fought really hard to still be here. There were numerous times I have tried to take my own life, and I'm glad that I failed at that. That is one thing to say that I'm proud of myself for failing in. Because my mental health journey has not been easy. been in and out of the psych ward 12 plus times in my life. I've had moments where things became so overwhelming that I didn't know how to handle it, how to handle the emotions that I was feeling, so I would self-harm. And I haven't self-harmed in years because I made a promise to my son that I would not do that anymore, and I kept my promise to him. And those things aren't very easy for me to admit. But I'm not sharing this for sympathy. I'm sharing it because I know that there has to be other people out there sitting in silence, thinking that they're the only ones struggling, and they're not. Managing these diagnoses are hard. Managing emotions is hard. Some days are going to be better or worse than others. Sometimes I feel like I have a handle on things, and other days it feels like my brain is fighting me every step of the way. But I have to keep going. And one thing that has helped me in my treatment is my medication. My medications don't erase my past, and they don't explain all of my bad behavior from my past. They don't make anything disappear, but they help me. They help calm the chaos. The medication, along with therapy, has helped me learn how to manage my emotions that used to feel impossible. They help me be more present, more myself, and I'm thankful for that. But one thing I do want to say is that my diagnosis is not my identity. They're not everything that I am. They're just a part of my story. And I'm also the person who survived that story. And I'm the person who keeps trying every day. I am the person who kept loving even after being hurt. I have a big heart. And if I have something, I'll give it. But I'm also the person who's still learning, still healing, and still growing. So if you're watching this and you struggle too, I hope you know that you're not alone. Even though we have our bad days and our trauma, you are not your diagnosis. You are a person. And if you're still here, still fighting, still trying, I'm proud of you. Because there are times where I wish someone was proud of me. And I know how hard that can be. And this is my story, not because I want people to feel sorry for me, but because I want people to understand me and maybe help someone else feel a little less alone. So if you enjoyed this story time, please let me know. Throw a like, subscribe. If you have any questions, I will answer them in the comment section. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoy the other videos, and just have fun here. And there will be more story times to come. Love you all. Bye.